Simple machines. Okay. Machines are objects that make it easier for people to do work. Okay. Simple machines only have one or two main parts. This can be the shovel, a screwdriver, a knife, a broom, and even a slide on the playground. There are all kinds of simple machines. So therefore you can say that simple machines are devices that make work easier for us. Let's look at some examples of simple machines. These are the 6 types of simple machines here. We have the pulley, the lever, the wheel and hazel, the wedge, inclined plane, and the screw. So these are the 6 main types of simple machines. Now we will look at the uses of any two of these simple machines. Let's look at the lever. The lever has 3 main parts. Okay, the turning point, where the effort is applied and where the load is. Okay, can you give me an example of a lever? Okay, let's see what we have. A lever is a machine, okay, with a board over a fulcrum. The fulcrum is the turning point or the pivot. Okay, by changing how much of the board on each side, okay, so the fulcrum or the pivot maintains the balance of the board. Okay, if the weight is equal, you realize that the board will be balanced or be straight. But if one person is heavier than the other person, the one side goes down than the other. In other words, you can use it for games or any events that you want to do. If you want to play with a slide, okay, this is a kind of slide with a beam. We have other types of levers. The wheelbarrow has a lever because it has a turning point where the load is and where the effort is applied. Where you hold the handle, it says the effort applied to it. And the container, okay, of the wheelbarrow, where the load, okay, where you can find the load. So we have the effort, load, and the pivot or the fulcrum. All right. The human body also have a lever. Can you tell me the lever? The human arm, okay, can be a lever because the elbow is a turning point, okay, and this is the load, and this is where the effort is. So if you have a beam attached, okay, to the ground by an inch or a fulcrum, this is what happens to it. This is what happens to it when one person has the resistance force, okay, and the other person has the effort force. You know what effort is? Okay. So the fulcrum here, the effort balance, okay, or the effort force and the resistance force, that is what makes one person goes down and another person goes up. The turning point here, we say, is the inch or the fulcrum. Let's look at some other simple machines here. We have other simple machines that you can see in real life. This is an example of a pulley, the wedge, the screw, the wheel and the hazel, the inclined plane, and the lever. These are more examples of lever. The scissors is a lever because it has where the effort is applied and where the load is and the turning point. Please take notice of this feature so that you can be able to identify any lever. This is a nut cracker. Where can you find the load in the nut cracker? This place you find the load. Okay. Where do you exert the effort? These two handles gives you the effort. Okay. And that place is a turning point. We also have the nail clipper. You apply the effort here, okay, and this is where you put, okay, you can see where you put the load and where the place is also turning. So the load is placed here, and this is what makes the nail clipper turn. You can also see the seesaw, okay. The seesaw where you have the resistance force and the effort force here, which enables one person to go up and one person to go down. You also see the seesaw. You have the wheelbarrow where you apply the effort, the load in the container, and the turning point here. You have tongs here. Okay, tongs are used to hold hot objects. Okay, blacksmiths often use this in their workshops. Most of these simple machines can be found in the workshops. Others can be found at homes and schools. Let's look at more examples of screws. Screws are used to fasten up things or also make holes. Okay, so these are examples of screws that you see every day. This is also a screw. See fine screw here. The bulb has also got screws here. The lead, okay, has got screws there for you to be able to tighten up or fasten up easier. You can also find screws here. This is the wheel, okay, you have here.